Jai Hind everyone, my name is Neetu. I am assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science Engineering as Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. Today we will discuss about the theory of computation. The subject code is BCS 402. In this video, we will discuss the regular and non-regular grammars from the unit first. The topic name is first is context-free grammar and derivation language, derivation tree and ambiguity, regular grammar, right linear and left linear grammars, conversion of finite automata into context-free grammar and regular grammar into finite automata. The first topic is what is grammar? Grammar basically it is a way to represent any language, whether it is natural like Hindi, English and or formal language. Grammar is with the help of grammar, we can represent the language. And the basic definition of grammar is a formal system that defines the set of rules for generating valid string within a language. It serves as blueprint for a constructing syntactically correct sentence or meaningful sequence in a formal language. We can represent the grammar. I have a 4 tuples V, T, P and S. We represent a non-terminals. Non-terminal symbols, it is represented a uppercase like A, B and C, etc. T define a terminal symbols. Terminal symbols represent small letters. Small letters like A, B, C, etc. And a P finite non-empty set of production. S is a start symbol where we start the production. Symbols from where start producing or sentences or strings. Grammar constitutes, there are 2 types, terminal symbols and non-terminal symbols. What is terminal symbols? Terminal symbols are a component of the sentence that are generated using grammar and are denoted using small case letters like A, B, C, etc. And other symbols is plus, minus, into, has, etc. Second is a non-terminal symbols. Non-terminal symbols take part in the generation of sentence but are not the component of sentence. These type of symbols are called auxiliary symbols and variables. They are representing using capital letter A, B, C, etc. What is CFG? CFG is a context-free grammar. Context-free grammar are used as the basic in the design and implementation or a compiler. Second point is the journal form of production in a context-free grammar state that the non-terminal in a left-hand side of the production that represent the non-terminal in a left-hand side of the production is free from any contact. It means the left side of production is representing a non-terminals. The production is free from any contact. There is neither left or nor right context. Therefore, these type of grammar are called context-free grammar. Context-free grammar are represented by 4 tuples. 4 tuples, first one is V, second is T, and third P, and fourth tuple is S. V is a variable. Variable is also called a non-terminal symbols. For example, like S equal to A, S, B and backslash S. This is a left side production. Left side production is representing a non-terminals. This is a V. And T finite set of input symbol called terminal symbols. Terminal symbols like small a, B in a right side production. P is a finite set of production rules which is of the form A, alpha. A is represented left side production. Alpha is represented right side production. Where A belongs to V is a non-terminals. It representing a non-terminal left side production, and A belongs to variables and terminals. This is representing right side production. So how many production in this grammar? First S produce A, S, B and S produce small a, small b. There are two types of production in this grammar. S representing a start symbol. Start symbol symbols from where we start the production, our sentence or string. S means where we start the production. The starting symbol is S. So this is the examples of the grammar. We have given a grammar. How many non-terminals in this grammar? Non-terminal is the left-hand side production. So one non-terminal in this grammar, S. How many terminals in this grammar? First one is plus, minus, into, open bracket, open parenthesis, close parenthesis and small a. This is representing a non-terminals. P represent a production. How many production in this grammar? In this grammar, S produce, S plus S, S produce, S minus S, S produce, S into S, and S produce S, and it produce small a. There are five production in this grammar. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. What is the start symbol in this grammar? Start symbol S equal to S is the start symbol in this grammar. Context-free language. A context-free language is a language that can be generated by context-free grammar or equivalently accepted by the push-down automata. A language is defined by grammar where all string W belongs to non-terminal symbols. S is representing a started symbols where the string is all string is derived from the start symbols. This is the example of the grammar. Consider the following grammar and identify its language. We have given a grammar. What is the non-terminal in this grammar? So V equal to, there are three non-terminals in this grammar, S, A, comma, B. How many terminals in this grammar? Small a, small b, C. How many production in this grammar? First production is S produce small a, capital A, small b. A produce two production, small a, b. A produce B and B produce C. There are four production in this grammar. What is the start symbol? Start symbol is S. So identify its language. What is the language it generated the grammars? Then S produce small a, capital B. A produce two production. One time A, small a, B and B produce C. So the language is A, C, B. And next is S, A, B. A produce second production is B. So the language is A, B, B. This is the language for this grammar. Derivation. Derivation is a sequence of production rule. It is used to get input string during parsing. There are two types of derivation. First is leftmost derivation, second is rightmost derivation. Leftmost derivation, in a leftmost derivation, the input is scan and replace with the production rule from left side to right. So we have to read that input string from left to right. This is the example of the leftmost derivation. And generated the input string A minus B plus A. So let's start from the left side. This first production is E equal to E plus E. Start from the left side. So E produce three production. E plus E, E produce E minus E, E produce A, E produce B. So we generated the string A minus B plus A. A minus from left hand side E. E replaced in E minus E. E minus E from left side. So, and again E replaced in A. This is the small a. Then we find, then we want to B plus. B plus, then E replaced into B. And then we want to A. E replaced into A. Finally, the given input string is parse. Rightmost derivation. In a rightmost derivation, the input is scanned and replaced with the production rule right to left. We have to read the input string from right to left. Example is the same example. E produce E plus E, E produce E minus E, and E produce A, E produce B. We start the production from right hand side. Right hand side, second production is E equal to E minus E. We find out the, we generate the string A minus B plus A. A minus, so E replaced into A. From right hand side start. Right hand side E minus E. Take a right hand side symbols E. E replaced into E plus E. E replaced into E plus E, and this E is replaced in small a and small b, A minus B plus A. The string is A minus B plus A. Derivation tree. Deriving a string in the form of tree from a context-free grammar is called derivation tree in a TOC. A context-free grammar generates string by applying a production rules. The string can be represented in a form of tree, which is called derivation tree. There are two types of derivation tree. First is leftmost derivation tree, second is rightmost derivation tree. Leftmost derivation tree. A leftmost derivation tree is obtained by applying a production to leftmost variable in each successfully step. This is the grammar and generated a leftmost derivation tree and find out the string A into B plus C. So start the production. E replaced into E plus E. Next we want to A into. Then this E is replaced in E into E. E replaced in A. Then find the into symbols and E replaced in B and this E replaced in C. Then generate a A into B plus C from left side. Rightmost derivation is obtained by applying a production to the rightmost variable. Rightmost variable in each step. Start from right hand side. A replaced in E plus E, and we want to C and B plus. Right hand side production, E replaced E plus E from right side. This is a C, and this E replaced into E into E, E replaced in A, and this replaced in B. The input string is A into B plus C from right hand side. This is the example of grammar constructor derivation tree for a string A, B, B, A, B, B, A for the context free grammar given by S. Produce how many variables in this grammar? There are 3 variables in this grammar. How many terminals in this grammar? Small a, small b. How many production in this grammar? First production is S produce A, B, and S produce B, A produce A produce AS, A produce B, A, B produce small b, B produce BS, and B produce small a, capital B, capital B. First production, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7 and 8. There are 8 production in this grammar. Start from start symbol S and generate a string A, B, B, A, B, B, A. So start from start production is S. S produce small a, capital B. Small a, capital B. We find the A. Now we want to small a, then A produce, sorry, B produce BB, small a, capital B, capital B from leftmost derivation. Now we find 2 symbols, small a, small b. Now we want to B. B, then B replaced into B. We have find 3 symbols, small a, and small b. Now we want to this B. So B produce BS. B S. Now we find the B. Now we want to A. So S produce small a, capital B, capital B. We find the A. Now we want B. So B replaced in BS. Again we want B. We want B. So B replaced in S replaced in B, A. So we find a B. Now we want A. So A replaced in small a. We find out the input string A, B, B, A, B, B, A. The input string is A, B, B, A, B, B, A from leftmost derivation tree. Ambiguity. A grammar that make more than one leftmost derivation or rightmost derivation for the similar sentence is called ambiguous grammar. So the example is E produce E plus E, E into E, and ID. There are three production in this grammar: E produce E plus E, E produce E into E, and E produce ID. A grammar is ambiguous if whether a two leftmost derivation tree and it has a two rightmost derivation tree. So we solve by the leftmost derivation tree. Solve by leftmost derivation tree. So first production is E produce E plus E. E produce E plus E. From a left hand side, E replaced in ID, and find out the input string ID plus ID into ID. The ID plus is fine and we want ID into. Then E replaced in ID, then we find the ID plus ID into, and next is we want ID. E replaced in ID. The input string is generate ID plus ID into ID. Again, we solve by leftmost derivation tree. The second prediction is E produce E into E, and using this production find out this input string ID plus ID into ID. Then this E is replaced into E plus E, replaced into E plus E because we want ID plus. So E replaced in ID, then E replaced in ID, and E replaced in ID. The same string is generated from the leftmost derivation tree, so the grammar is ambiguous. Unambiguous grammar. A grammar can be unambiguous if the grammar does not contain more than one leftmost derivation tree, or more than one rightmost derivation tree, or more than one pass tree for the given input string. It is ambiguous. If it cannot generate more than one leftmost derivation tree and more than one rightmost derivation tree, so the grammar is unambiguous, like this example. S generate two prediction. First is A, S, B. S produce A, comma, A, B. So the language is A, B, B. The second production of S is A, B. The language is, first language is A, B, B, and second language is A, B. So it not generate a same string, so the grammar is unambiguous. Thank you.